823, welcome back. You know I'm trying to correct the posture during the break here. Truth and Lies, What People Are Really Thinking. Author and a body language expert Mark Bowden is here. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
This book just came out, which we're going to dive into in a quick second, but wanted to get your take on this Kim Campbell story about sleeveless attire, undermining credibility, the perception, how skin influences perception. What is your take on this when you see people on stage or in front of a camera?
For sure. So we know the more skin that you show, the more vulnerable you might look. And in this particular study that Campbell was commenting on, what they found was the more skin was shown, the idea of agency went down, the ability to control yourself, the idea in people's minds that you are in control of yourself went down, but the idea of your experience went up. So human perception is way more complex than Campbell makes out in that tweet. It just can't be dealt with one idea of in a tweet of, look, you know, cover up because you don't look credible. That's just not true.
Well, there's a lot of psychology at work, and we brought you on for Valentine's Day for a good cause because of the idea of the first date. And there's a lot of emotion, anticipation, but body language on the first date to send the right message. Your first tip, be open. Please elaborate on that.
Absolutely. So be open with your body language because you'll look more likable and more emotionally and physically open. So it's the kind of body language that you do when it's been a cold day, but you want to warm yourself up at the fire. You open up here, torso area, chest area, open palm gestures. We know for sure this will be more likable than this kind of thing here where you're putting up barriers.
Okay, is this, no, you look so bashful. The touching of the face, like I'm so fascinated by, okay, where the eyes shift, if they're shifting up, shifting side, shifting down, or if you're touching your face, what message are you sending with that?
Well, so a lot of people go, oh, shifty eyes, they must be deceitful, and if they're touching their face, that must be anxiety, so maybe they're lying. Again, this is just not true. It's not an indicator of that. These are often self-soothing gestures. It means there may be anxiety. And the eyes moving around, often we're accessing different information, but the idea that we might be accessing stuff we're making up, lies essentially, no, that's not true. We do like a lot of strong eye contact because when you get eye contact with somebody, you're essentially saying they're valuable, they're a thing of value. Now, having said that, in flirting, there is eye contact and then a look away. It's kind of like a fishing. It's
very subtle.
Okay, it's very subtle, kind of like a fishing game. And often, you know, with male and female, you get a shift of the hair.
You got this.
Is this working for you?
Wow, it's doing something for me. It's doing something for me. The idea of the smile, simplicity when you hear the message and the advice, but how important is the smile in the engagement?
Well, so it's very important. Smile says it's good now. This is a good relationship. You're of value. But the smile has to last for more than 3 seconds. You can't just flash one like this. That'll look odd, okay? And also, there needs to be little crinkles here. You can't just move the sides of your mouth like this. That will just look very scary after a while, yeah? They will run away from the date. Yeah, exactly, exactly. So the eyes narrow in what we call a Duchenne smile, a true smile, and it causes little wrinkles.
The smizing. The smizing.
The smizing, yeah, exactly. So again, you've got to sustain it for more than 3 seconds, and you must make the eyes work as well.
Okay, and mirroring what you're seeing with the body language to open up and allow someone to feel safe.
Yeah, so the idea of opposites attract, it's not particularly true. Actually, we first get attracted by similarity because it's more comfortable, it's more recognizable. So if you can just open yourself up to copying people more, I'm not saying copy them on purpose, that can be a little bit weird, okay? But just know that it's okay to copy. Don't go into a date going, you know what, I've got to do the exact opposite of what the other person's doing to be more attractive. Again, that's inaccurate.
Well, I saw what you did with the leg cross and elbow on the couch. Very subtly bringing this in. Number one mistake we can make on a first date subconsciously that leads to self-sabotage. What should we watch out for?
Well, it would be letting the environment cause you to have closed body language. You know, maybe low ceilings, being crushed in by the environment. That can mean that you're going to end up like this simply because of the place that you're in. Maybe find a date. I mean, you want some intimacy for sure, but find somewhere where you can have enough space as well to open up and to feel really comfortable, essentially. That'll mean your body language will naturally open up anyway.
Just a sample of the great advice in the brand new book, Truth and Lies, What People Are Really Thinking. You can pick it up. Mark Bowden, thanks so much for coming on. You got plans for dinner later?
I'm on my own today.
All right. I'm in. After all this advice, sold, partner, sold. We'll take a break. More of your top news stories coming up.